Hi guys. Well, it is Saturday night, and I'm making this video because I wanted to give you an update from the other day, and I have some really good news. Well, better than usual, but it's like, okay. So I made that video just to put on YouTube for the followers of XJWs, like just to show people the struggle. Like, I'm just trying to keep people like up to date currently on like what's happening to XJWs who are struggling because they're left with nothing. It wasn't a plea, like and that's the great thing, is that I made that video just like to show people what was going on. And I had a bunch of XJWs, a handful, message me and, I don't know what you want to call it, donate, contribute to me and my children's well-being through PayPal or Cash App, like sending me 20, 15, like $40 to get me through the week and get gas. Like, I went to the laundromat with my car packed with laundry and did my kids' laundry, and like they're so happy because they smell good. Like, the simple things that you take for granted every day and you don't realize is like a luxury. Like, we're lucky. And I know I'm crying and complaining that my kids don't have this, but I'm so lucky because we have a home this year. We didn't last year because of this Jehovah's Witness organization. So that day before I went to go, hold that sign, I had gone to like the churches in town because people were just like pointing me like, go over here, go over there, like maybe they'll have a gas car, like maybe they'll have this, maybe they'll have that. And like I was wandering around town like looking for gas, begging for money, just to make it to be able to bring my son to school. Like, I lost, some of my videos, like you can't understand me as I'm crying, but I lost my life insurance policy that I've had for like over 10 years for my kids. And the reason I tried so hard to keep that is because my parents, well, my dad died and he didn't have a life insurance policy. And my mom, my grandpa, my dad's dad, he had a house paid for and he left it to the grandchildren in his will. Well, my mom, that was my dad's dad. My dad died right after my grandpa. So my mom, the will was never put from my grandpa to my dad to my mom. My mom made all the grandchildren sign the house over to her and took the house from us, which was in the will for the grandchildren. So even though she did that, she wouldn't allow me and my kids to make room for us to stay there with her when I had nowhere to go after my son was molested because it was too inconvenient for her. But she could, let the witness girl in the congregation who had 2 little kids and was dating a worldly person, but she was planning on getting married to him because she was planning on becoming a baptized witness so that she could continue to take advantage of my mom, right? So she didn't want to kick anybody out of her house that she was renting a room to, first of all, because the money is more important than us. Secondly, because, the girl's a witness or studying to be, and let's not take the chance of her, not becoming baptized because my mom's daughter and grandkids need to move in with her. Like, okay. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. But basically what I'm trying to say is I was looking for gas that day. So I've had the handful of witnesses reach out to me. I have an XJW group that a friend of mine runs, and he hired me to do the artwork for it. So I'm under a lot of pressure. It needs to be poking fun at the JW community. So it's going to be a painting or a graphic or a piece of art of some sort because, you know, I'm an artist. Um, so any ideas you guys have, please leave it in the comments. I'm really excited to do this. And so basically, good things have been happening. He paid me in advance to get the supplies and get the artwork done, and that helped me a lot and saved me. And each one of you that donated a little bit saved me. It got me through. Like, it got me through this week and this weekend, and I could breathe. And you don't know just all the calls and people messaging me and telling me don't give up. And it really does give you strength, the good vibes and energy that people send. And, some of you know that it's my goal to, like, help XJWs. And I feel like maybe I should start telling the stories for them. The people that can't speak, maybe they should start reaching out to me and telling me their story so I can publish it for them. And maybe people who are in a certain state, we can get a collection for somebody or something, or I don't know, but we can all band together and, like, try to help each other. Like, you guys helped me, and I just want to say thank you and how much I appreciate you guys. And another thing, I got a call from pastor of a church that heard my story. And, I have never gone to church, or what you call church, or like any other religion besides Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall. I could never even step into one because I felt so creeped out and weird. And, like, and as some of you may or may not know, like, I don't know how I feel about God, and I don't care. Like, that's not important to me right now to figure out. Or for anybody going through this, like, that's not a priority. But it was, I'm trying to read it to you guys. I think it's First Presbyterian Church in San Luis Obispo. The pastor, his name is Chris. And he called and he asked me to bring my boys, which I have 3 birth children, and I have one, like, adopted son here with me that I had taken in a few years back. And, well, this pastor, he called and he asked us to come by this morning, that they had a couple gift cards for gas for us and for Vaughn's for some food. So I wanted to make this video because it's really touching, people reaching out and helping that just, I didn't even ask, and complete strangers, and, like, more love than I've ever in 40 years been shown by any Jehovah's Witness, except for my sister, Savannah, that I love with all my heart, and I hope wakes up and comes back to me. And I hope she's watching me, and I doubt she is because I'm considered apostate, but I miss you, and I love you, Savannah. And I know that you're smart and you hear me. But I wanted to read, look at this. They gave a card, first of all, which is, like, okay, the most nicest thing with all these really personal messages. And they gave me 2 gift cards to Chevron for $25, and 2 gift cards to Vaughn's for $25, and a little bit of cash. And he asked our story and everything, and I told him, and he was just the kindest person. And then he took us into a room where they were having a meeting of some sort. And, just, like, very small little church. And it wasn't all scary like a church in my mind is made out to be. Like, our parents told us that it was scary, and, like, man, they made it some big scary thing. And, like, I got so scared walking outside. And, like, right now, even talking about it, like, I shouldn't feel like this. Look, my chest is getting red. Like, so much anxiety. Like, it's bad. Like, bad to go there, or bad to, like, have experiences. Like, that's crazy to feel like this. Like, so I walk in there, and, they're so loving and everything. And they go in the room, and he's like, the pastor, tells this old lady, and he's like, here's the family I told you guys about. And, can you say a prayer for them? to the woman. This lady is like um 70, 80 years old. And she said this beautiful prayer for me and my boys, and I was crying, and I could hear my boys getting choked up. And when we said amen, they looked at me and they were just like so happy. And we never felt love like that. And I just want to say thank you. I came home and I opened the envelope they gave me and I read the card, and it was so touching, and like they really care. And that's, I guess, what Christian love is. Like, who knew, right? And all of you guys, that's true love. Like, that's unconditional love that you showed me by helping and caring, and like just a little bit. Like, I want to give back and I can't wait to help other people, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. But I want to read this to people because I didn't even go through reading all of it because I didn't want to finish it. Here it is. It's San Luis Obispo Adventist Church. And it says, okay, look at this. 10 ways to follow Jesus. Now, I'm not claiming to believe in anything, and I don't claim any religion, okay? I'm just reading this. They gave us these gifts, and they gave us a hug, and they prayed for us, and they welcomed us back, and they took the sizes of all my kids' clothing and shoes, and they said they'll be in touch. And this right here, though, this is like, okay, listen. 10 ways to follow Jesus. Now, if you believe in Jesus or not, it doesn't matter to me. Just listen to this because this is. I'm going to do the other side first. 10 things Jesus didn't say. 10. Make sure you look good and keep everything spotless. 9. Words don't really matter. Instead, use deception and coercive force. 8. Like your enemies. 7. Work yourself to a hurried, joyless browse or laugh rarely. 6. Vote for fear and greed. 5. The most infallible sign of being my disciple is going to church. 4. Pray at only certain times. 3. My followers will never experience pain, disappointment, or sorrow. 2. Love things, use people, be a savvy consumer, use the latest stuff. 1. Live with unresolved guilt, worry about your salvation. Okay? Now this side is what got me. 10 ways to follow Jesus. 10. Know that your identity and fulfillment are not wrapped up in how you look. Joe's make going to church a competition. like a freaking who has the nicest clothes for Sunday, right? 9. Words matter. Speak the truth in love. Resolve conflicts as a peacemaker. 8. Love your enemies and your family. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Enjoy the journey. Vote for the common good. Guard the margins. Protect the vulnerable. Protect the vulnerable. The sure signs of following God are trusting Jesus and embodying His love. Pray always. I won't go on here. Breathe through the Holy Spirit. Recognize that Jesus' followers experience pain, disappointment, sorrow. Love people, use things, be a savvy consumer. Be a selfless citizen. No worries. You're God's child. Live with humble assurance. These things are just like, I don't know, but Jehovah's Witnesses don't do anything like this. They don't donate to people. They don't help people. And it's in, like, my friend, she sent me something about how all religions have to follow something about protecting, and like, I don't know, it goes deep and I can't really get into it right now. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys and tell you the good part of what's happening, so it's not always bad. And I'm not having like that much anxiety today. I mean, I am. It's hard to talk about it, but I'm getting through it like moment by moment, and you can too. And please leave any comments or ideas for my art that I have to do. It's supposed to be a cynical parody, like kind of mocking the Jehovah's Witnesses. So you guys have any comments or ideas, and let me know, okay? Thank you for watching, and love you.